In the first video in this series, I talked about a planner, an engineer, and a programmer behind the existence of life as being our first clue to realizing a creator. If you haven't seen it, I recommend that you follow the video's description and watch it. One of the big questions that at some point everyone asks is, how did we get here? Our first clue came from looking around us at nature. Our next clue is looking within, at ourselves, humankind. Mankind is set far apart from the animal kingdom, yet there are many animals that can do things that we are incapable of doing. There are animals that are bigger, stronger, faster, and even more colorful than we are. Yet we have one feature that gives us a great advantage: our enlarged brains. Some of us more than others. Our brains allow us to overcome our physical shortcomings in a way that makes us bigger, stronger, faster, and even more colorful. As complex as nature is with its plants and animals, the complexity of humankind is a colossal leap even further. Our crowning jewels are numerous. There are great cities that shine all over the world with towers that reach the clouds. Then there are the small things we can do that are just as amazing. Are we supposed to believe and accept the stories of how we accidentally got smarter while our supposed ancestors got left behind? Have you ever noticed that many of the professional teachers of science attach reason to evolution? You see, the reason why this animal developed as this feature over millions of years was to avoid X, or to aid in its ability to do Y. It's as if some unseen force is purposefully developing new features for everything. There are fossils that supposedly go back millions of years, yet we don't have one example of one kind of animal in transition to another kind of animal. There are only fossils of this kind of animal and fossils of that kind of animal, and variations of each of those separate categories, but we don't have any of them transitioning from a horse turning into a giraffe. What we do have is pictures and animations representing what someone's imagination has dreamed up. Sorry to burst your fantasy, but that isn't scientific. Is there any question that it's in our nature to understand that there is a ruler, an authority, an author of the world we see? All around the world, from the smallest tribe to the greatest civilization, an overwhelming majority of people are convinced that there's a purpose for us being here and that some deity created us. Could it be that this theme is something that is written on our hearts and programmed in our minds? I would suggest to you that some of the basic principles in the Bible are written on mankind's heart. They are universal in mankind, even when we are reluctant to follow them. Number one, there's a deity that created all things. Number two, there are commandments like the 10 Commandments written in our hearts, something we know instinctively of right and wrong. Number three, we know instinctively that we are not perfect. We know our need of forgiveness. Though these truths can be ignored and perverted, they cannot be eradicated from the heart of mankind. My question to you is, who wrote these laws and placed them on the heart of mankind? Is this thing on? Do I have this on here? Yeah. Kingdom. Oh, I have to look at the camera. I keep forgetting that. Though these truths...